Hi, this is Kat's Real Life Mystic Tarot, and this is just a reading I decided to do because it seems like there's a lot of energies going on between the eclipse of March 25th till April 8th when we have our solar eclipse. And I just wanted to do a check-in and see if there's anything we should know. Personally, I've had a few strange things happen, and I see that there's some interesting events in the news recently. So I wanted to just see if we can get a heads up about what the energies are out there. And the things that happened to me weren't all bad. I had something really good happen and then something really not so good happen. So, and that all was from the weekend, I think from basically on Sunday that stuff happened for me. So just generally, I wanted to see what we have going on. This card wants to come out. And I'm looking to see just general energies for this time before the eclipse. Is there anything we could know? Anything we need to know? And this is just a collective message. It's not specific to any particular sign. Okay. So what I got here was awakening. So that's a call to rise, a call to some individuals to kind of like how they use it's your calling in life. It's sort of like it's a wake up for that. Grace under pressure, number 29. We have 20 and 29 and 13, which is regeneration and change. It's the death card that I have here. So awakening, and that's often depicted as those awakening from the death or from down underground coming back to life, like kind of a regeneration there too. So there's two of those, and grace under pressure. So we're in a cycle, I believe, that there's a lot of pressure. And for some of us, it's going to be, it's going to feel like a death and rebirth. And for some of us, it's going to feel like an awakening to a calling. And for all of us, it's sort of demonstrating grace under pressure, that we have to develop our ability to handle, difficult times that might be coming forward for us. I'm going to pull a couple cards from this deck. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle. This deck I use all the time. I don't know the name of it. I've had it a long time, and I really, really enjoy it. There's one, Deep Knowing. And Imagine. Okay. Deep Knowing and Imagine. I want to put these so that I can see the card names on it. Deep Knowing and Imagine. I do understand the Deep Knowing. That's card number 43. And Imagine is card number 20. So we have 20 and 20. And it is the same imagery. The moon this time is awakening someone from the sea. Someone's coming out from the sea. I'm not certain it's going to focus much on this, but there's a person being awakened with rays of light from the sea, and then the moon is kind of pulling up. There's some sort of string or something attached. And Deep Knowing, both with the lunar theme on them. And this looks like somebody who's fallen through the ice, and they're dealing with the situation with kind of an eclipse in the background. So yeah, there's something going on. Let's use these cards. Can you tell us a little bit about any events that might occur, or just in general, just a heads up for what's going on in the world? Just tell us a little bit, clear and concise message, please, about what's going on in the world. Just a heads up for those that are watching or that feel kind of the anxiety that a lot of us are feeling right now. This is between the eclipses, the kind of the concentrated energy time of the eclipse cycle. Between the eclipses, what is going on? What is happening for most of us, or some of us? What energies are being displayed during this time? Okay, I see one here, one here, one here, and one here. Okay. So it was this one, Three of Swords, King of Wands. Okay, we'll stay this way. Two of Cups in reverse, Knight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and Nine of Swords. Let me push them up a little bit. Okay. All right, so it looks like there's somebody. Can you see this? Not really, huh? Let me move these up even more. I'm just going to go ahead and overlap them a little bit. Okay, so I have a Three of Swords with a King of Wands and a Two of Cups in reverse. I see something happening with two, it might be two powers that used to be friends that are, or used to work together or be allies. And I'm not certain if this is politics. This could even be personal for you. I'm not sure. It could be politics in the world. It could be the U.S. It could be Middle East. It could be anything. So, I mean, we'll just interpret it how it comes out. But there seems to be a problem. There's a Two of Cups here. Used to be allies. Used to work together. But there's been kind of a fight or falling out. And it's causing. It will cause. Well, it's made someone rather angry and passionate about something. Now, it's not coming up in reverse, so, but it's someone who takes action, and I do see a flaming building back there. So someone or some entity wants to take action due to a falling out during a fight, because we have the Knight of Swords here. And it's going to cause a lot of sorrow. This is not really like a terrorist type person. This is more like a leader, because it's the King of Wands, not the Knight of Wands would be definitely a terrorist or something like that. It's more of the King of Wands, a leader, political leader, a falling out with Knight of Swords implies someone possibly younger, a little more, someone kind of a little bit more apt to fight, to take up arms. And you can see the king is kind of surveying the damage or whatnot. There is a lot of sorrow. There's a Three of Swords. It looks like it will take some work. Well, the situation is very trying, and it's very stressful. Even if this is kind of a small incident, a lot of people might be losing some sleep over it, because they don't know if we have the skills, or the skills are needed to kind of right this incident, or yeah. It's coming across as energies. I don't know if there's an incident, but it may just be energies that are happening that are causing a nightmare of how to control it. And there's heartbreak. So probably something happened. The Three of Swords might happen to this person, the King of Wands, someone fiery, aggressive, in charge, can be a commander type person, inspirational type person. Somebody already knows. Someone already knows what's going to happen. there are those that are awakened. There might be intervention. It's going to be a big change, a big shift, in what we know. It's a big change, but it looks like it's a change that's accepted. There's a lot of people, or quite a number of people who know what's going to happen, like or have a deep knowing, meaning they have intuition about what's going to happen. And here we see kind of the earth and the moon. So I suppose we're in the position that the sun might be if it was the eclipse, because I believe the moon comes in front of the sun and we're there. So imagine awakening. Some of us will be called to action or feel activated by it. Some of us will just let go and accept and start a new chapter. There's a butterfly in this tree. It's a thing that not everyone will, I mean, it might be an event that's negative but may not affect everyone so deeply. Some people will lose sleep over it or feel heartbroken, and others will take action, and then there's I think there's some that will not have such a strong reaction. Tell me about this King of Wands. Who is the King of Wands? Okay, so I got the King of Pentacles. So there's fire and earth energies here. Someone who handles money well. Well, I can think of somebody, a political figure that could meet that situation. Something about money. It did come upright, and it's a political figure. There can be fighting over what's going on. I mean, we already know that for a certain American political figure who's been sued over property in New York. Okay, we can say that. We could be talking about this person, but what's the heartbreak over this? What is the heartbreak over this? What's the heartbreak over that? Okay. 8 of Wands and 7 of Wands. Well, I think there can be upset. There will be a victory. 3 of Wands. Well, obviously, a major victory in battling others. Well, there's a winner and a loser, and the loser is going to experience heartbreak, and it's going to happen rather swiftly. What's going to happen to this King of Wands? Can you tell me more about King of Wands? Clear and concise message, please. Clear and concise message, please. What will happen to the King of Wands? Too many cards. Clear and concise message, please, on King of Wands. How about, let's do the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. It was 8, right? 7 of Wands and 8 of Wands. Can we clarify those? Clear and concise message, please. Clear and concise message, please. Lack of strength. Page of Cups in reverse, not naive, and the Emperor. I think it shows that we're not naive about I'm not certain about this lack of strength. She's being okay. There's a little bit of naivete as to how far this devil energy will go, and what how that conflict will work out. Either way, there's going to be Three of Swords on either side, and it does involve an emperor. An emperor. Who is the Knight of Swords? Anything about the Knight of Swords? Anything about the Knight of Swords? Anything you can tell us, clear and concise message about the identity of the Knight of Swords? Anything you can tell me about the Knight of Swords? Anything you can say about the Knight of Swords? Knight of Swords, and we have money being received. Ace of Pentacles, and craftsmanship. Okay, so whoever the Knight of Swords, and we said it was a younger person that might be a fighter, is being funded. Who is funding? How do we identify who is funding the younger Knight of Swords, who's more prone to a fight? Where's the funding coming from? Tower. Tower. Tower in reverse. What came to mind was the Twin Towers. Sorry, I don't like to bring those things up. But the attack on the Twin Towers was funded by somebody. Do we exactly know who? I don't know if we exactly know who. We know who was who perpetrated the act, but do we know who the funding was from? Okay, is this going to be, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Happy family, Four of Wands, celebration. Okay, is this happening in the U.S.? What is going to happen to the U.S.? In the U.S., what will happen? Okay. So, so I see the three, it's the three of the Empress in reverse, the Devil, and Eight of Swords in reverse. It seems that there's an upset with a home. can't further say more about that, but there's a threat. There's a threat to the home. People may stay in their home, or some people's homes will be uninhabitable for some reason. And there's a release of those that have restrained themselves until this point. Attack. Okay, so an attack on the home from the devil. There's some release of certain people that have had their hands tied prior. So I don't know, some kind of strife in the home. Is there anything else about like just overall energies about what's happening? Is there anything moving into a more difficult place? King of Cups moving into some dark energies. It's the King of Cups in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse. So things are going to get a little bit worse before they get better. There's going to be some anger. How is this going to turn out? How is this going to turn out? What can you tell us about that? How this is going to turn out? Ten of Swords in reverse. So, to me, because I think we got the swiftness card, the victory that comes quickly. It'll be an event that we'll look back on, and we'll look back on it as if it were a distant memory. Like it's something that happened. We're going to recover, it looks like, really quickly. He's pretty healthy. Again, the eclipse energy is there. Who will this affect mostly? Who will this affect mostly? Who will this affect mostly? Clear and concise message, please. Who will this affect? Who will this affect mostly? Who will this affect mostly? King of Cups. So it looks like it's going to affect our goodness. It's going to the warmth of your heart or whatnot. It may shock you out of that, and it could be something that, like, how could this happen? Or how could anyone do that? Or he's coming in the upright, so I believe that the goodness in people will show, especially during this time, if something happens. But it will affect our ideals and our decency, something along that lines. And like I said earlier, there's two different groups that are going to take it two different ways, which doesn't surprise me. If this is looking like kind of a political thing, I'm not sure if it is for sure. Maybe, like I said, it could be a personal thing for you, but the way it's reading, there's just some sort of swift incident, a swift incident that happens, and we're going to look back on it. Negative emotions, a difficult passage, something is released. I don't think that's not from the homeland, because I got the Empress in reverse. It may not happen in the homeland, but it's going to affect us. Seems like there's a devil energy. And in some people, something they're going to be released. It could be people released from jail. It could be, um, yeah, yes. It can be like a saboteur. There can be a sabotage. Uh, could be something that happens because we have awakening. We do have the death card. It could be something that happens to a person suddenly that is in the political sphere. I'm getting like kind of an energy of the U.S. here, but like I said, it may not be. It might make more sense for another country. I'm not sure. But quite a few people have a deep knowing about what's going to happen. There may be people that are in the know about something planned. That's the other thing. Something may be planned or in the planning. It doesn't look like it's going to have a super long effect. What will be the outcome a few months from now on this? What is our feeling about this a few months from now, from when it happens? I assume it's between the eclipses or in the eclipse time. What will be the feeling a few months collectively? I assume it will be a little different for those, but just generally, what's our collective resolution to this? I can't show this because it has a lot of nudity in it, but it has a lot of young people gazing into a pond, and power is coming up from the pond.